Good morning, everyone. So this morning we are in our last class of the winter season working on the Kapha Dosa, and spring is coming. We actually have light this morning, so that's nice to see. And we're going to keep working with the Sūryaya Namaskaram Bija mantra. Just a reminder that if you don't feel comfortable doing those, you can just exhale. You don't have to do those. And we're going to be working with hips and requests with hips today. And I'm also going to chant the full Sūryaya Namaskaram chant at the end. It's a Vedic chant that's over 4,000 years old. So it's very beautiful and very powerful. Okay, so just finding your spot, bend your knees. Feel your feet. And inhale, opening up. And exhale, making a ha sound. Inhale, opening up. Exhale. It's clearing those cobwebs in the morning. It's morning for you. This is also a nice practice to do in the late afternoon too, when you're a bit tired, just to get things moving before dinner. It's been one of my great lifestyle changes during COVID is adding exercise at the end of my day. After sitting all day, just making sure I exercise then. Adding humming if you like. If you like, bringing the hands either to the belly button or to the Sūryaya chakra at the stomach here. So Krishnacharya said that we have this extra chakra right at the stomach region called the Sūryaya chakra, the sun chakra. And then if you like coming higher and coming to the heart, adding Om. Adding Sūryaya Namah. When you're ready with me or listen. Sūryaya Namah. Clearing the throat. Waking up. Sūryaya Namah. Bringing in bhavana, visualizing the radiant sun all around you as you inhale. Exhale, gather it up to the source of the heart. Sūryaya Namah. That ha sound, any of the H sounds, in Sanskrit, we draw the belly in. It's called Mahapranam, the great breath. Sūryaya Namah. One more. Sūryaya Namah. And if you like, make an intention, hands of the heart, and Anjali Mudra, or you can cross the hands of the heart. This can be a very regulating position. Do a little tapping if you like. Just stay in stillness. Just make a sankalpa, an intention for today. A vow to yourself. What would you like to bring in? What would you like to let go of? through the inhale and the exhale, we're constantly letting something new in and letting go of something old. This is sort of the two sides of our yoga practice. It is practicing something new and letting go of something old. Inhale, coming up on your toes if that works for you. Stretching your hands way up. Exhale, coming down. If you like adding the Vinyāsa we've been working on, inhale, thumbs coming up the fingers, exhale, fingers coming down the thumbs, doing that with each of the fingers. So we're going to do 2 rounds. And you press as hard as you can. For your legs, you can add a block between the thighs if you are feeling unstable in your hips because of injury, for example. Or you could put a belt on your ankles if you have weak ankles. That can really help. Just a reminder to use props at will to help you. Once you have the body figured out, can you move into breath coordinated with movement awareness? Where is your breath today? This is always a really great first meditation. How is my breath today? Is it long, smooth, short, choppy, somewhere in between? Just doing a little dharana concentration on the breath. Dharana concentration leads to meditation, dhyana. Practice we do is dharana concentration. This pose increases concentration. Warms up the whole body. When you inhale, chest to belly, exhale, belly to chest. Inhale, prana meets apana. Exhale, apana meets prana. Chapter 428 of the Bhagavad Gita. Beautiful verse. And I really believe Sri Krishnacharya based his breathing technique on the Gita, on that shloka. This is an unusual way to breathe from most traditions. Your hands might be starting to get sore. This is a great way to ward off arthritis in the hands as we age. But for all of us, it works. It stimulates the nerves in the hands and the arms and into the neck and shoulders, great for neck and shoulder issues. So I forgot to mention, we're always working on that in this class as a primary focus to warm up, as well as the hips to prepare for Sūryaya Namaskaram, which is our goal for the class. Let's notice how you feel. Okay. All right, so moving into some side bends. Inhale, we're gonna be a little playful today. So inhale, we're gonna come up on our toes. Palms together, or you can fold your arms. Exhale, come to one side. Now, I'm up on my toes, but you can come down on your heels if you want. And I usually come down at the end of the exhale, so I get a big stretch. That's my choice, but you can stay up if you want to work your balance. Inhale, this is great for strengthening the ankles. Exhale, and you get that side stretch. So let's see how long you can keep up and then come down. A little bit of a challenge. And exhale in between, just take a break. It's a lot of work. Inhale, center. Now, when you go to the side, traditionally we go to the left. I'm hearing that for you. But feel free to start in yoga therapy. We usually start with the easy side and then go to the hard side. So feel free to adjust all the practices so that you're starting on your easy side and then going towards your harder side. Do this in your own timing. Getting into the side body is so helpful for breathing. Those of you suffering from allergies right now, getting that Kapha, that Ama, moving out of the lungs, stretching the intercostal muscles. This was a major part of when I've looked at COVID protocols my teachers have given this kind of work, tons of it for COVID-19, respiratory issues, asthma, colds, allergies, etc. Just having a break. You probably feel your feet moving quite a bit. I'm just going to make sure you're all still there. Okay, good. Right. So, moving to a balance. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, we're going to balance on one side. Now, when you come to the center, you do not have to come up on your toes, but I'm adding that this week for fun. Exhale, going to the other side. So this really works core strength. And if you go down even further, it's that much harder. So this is also strengthening the hips. Definitely using the core, so draw in that Mula Bandha a little bit as you do this, so you're connected to your center. Mula Bandha runs from the pelvic floor up to the base of the belly button. My intention today is to kind of change things up a bit. Okay, and finishing up. Should be pretty warmed up. All right, so I'm going to face towards the chair prop, or you could be using blocks or wall or nothing for this. Okay, so this is what I do first. Inhale, arms coming to the front. Exhale, you're going to come forward and warrior 3. Now, if you have a wall behind you like I do, that's also a nice prop to put your foot on. And if you like, coming further down, so this becomes a little bit harder if you come down. Now, if you want to make it easier, come closer to the bench or the chair. Have your wrists and shoulders aligned. So I think I'm going to show it that way. For most of us, probably that's a better choice. But if you want a little more challenge, you can come further down, and if you can, even bring your foot to that wall behind. That's a lot more challenging. Or you can bring your hands to blocks or to the floor. Whew. That's a lot of hip work. A little closer. Now you can also just come to warrior 3 like this. Without any propping. And keep your hips nice and square, and you could have your foot on the wall behind you. Oops. And you'll soon notice which leg is stronger than the other one. And release. And come to the center. And notice how you feel. So lots of things to play with. When you have your arms by your hips, it's a lot easier. So that's also a good option, is when you have your hands by your hips. That's a lot easier than having your arms out here. It's a lot, much bigger lever. So just be aware of all those things. You should be getting warm. I'm starting to warm up. Time to take off a layer. Okay, let's do our first forward bend of the day. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale. Om Sūryaya Namah. Inhale, radiating like the sun, sweeping through that radiance. Om. Pause. Sūryaya Namah. Inhale. Om Sūryaya Namah. Om Sūryaya Namah. Om Sūryaya Namah. Last time. Om Sūryaya Namah. Inhale, coming out. So hands to the heart. Let the breath slow down. We're going to move into our warriors. Warrior one. All right, so bringing one foot forward, the other back. Working with neck and shoulders. Inhale, coming forward, way, way forward. Arms at the sides, modification, neck and shoulders looking up. Exhale. Palms together, round the spine, bring the hands away. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, release. And do this around 6 times. Inhale, forward, looking up. Or look forward. Exhale, hands together. Go back, back. Inhale, warrior one. Feel that back foot, little toe side, rooting down. Exhale, release. Go into your warrior one. Feel free to look straight forward or slightly up as a modification. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Ujjayi pranayama, constricting the throat if you can, breathing through the mouth. Pausing between inhale and exhale. Last time. And other side. Finding your foundation first, knee tracking over ankle approximately towards second toe, back foot turned out enough so that your back hip feels comfortable. Little toe side rooting down. Inhale, arms, sides lunging forward. Nice long spine, and then looking forward or slightly up, palms back, you'll get the whole upper belly back. Exhale, rounding. Hands forward, looking shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. This round, we're going to add a hold after inhale in the warrior one position. Dosa. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Keep that going. That hold can be less, more, or not at all. To increase the Brahmana effect, the heating, expanding effect. Pose. Brahmana needs to expand. Three more. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Do it in your own timing. The last two, perhaps bring in the visualization of the sun as you inhale. And just finishing up, coming to your samastiti. And notice how you feel. We're going to do counter pose. We're going to do Utkatasana. So I'm going to do a simple version and then a harder version. I'm going to show step by step. I don't think we've done this one in a while or at all this class. I'm going to have this prop available for me because I'm going to show you all the way down. I need a little bit of a prop, but you might not. We're going to be squatting either halfway or all the way down, according to the comfort of your knees. So for those of you with knee replacements, be careful. You do not have to bend very much. So level one, inhale, arms at the side. Exhale, bend the knees, track over second toes. Just feel both feet and imagine you're hugging the tree and just go to where you can. So that's level one. Inhale. Level two, go down further. Feel both feet. So this is very good for balancing hips. You've got one hip that doesn't work quite as well as the other. It's a good way to balance those hips. Now, another alternative to that is you can sit on your chair. This is often called chair pose, and you can actually use your chair. Put the hands out here just to make it easier to balance. This is a good little exercise and very strengthening for the legs. Just touching the chair, I'm not really sitting. So that's another option. And then the fourth option I'm going to show. Some of you can do this without this prop and do this because I need this. It's going all the way down. This is the full Utkatasana rather than the Ardha, the half version. Inhale. And exhale. Hug that tree in front of you. Now, if you want to go classical, I'm going to show the classical. This version's for neck and shoulders. Now I'm going to show classical. Inhale, bring the arms up and interlock the fingers. Exhale, you can leave the hands up, or I like to bring them down, but you can leave them up. Inhale, move the arms first, like someone's picking you up like a basket. And exhale down. So I call this a heated Langana pose. It's very good for reducing toxins in the gut. It's stimulating all those organs of digestion and elimination, front and back body. So, whole GI tract, and it's also working with the kidneys as well. So when you compress the front body, it affects the back body as well, and the organs there. This is great for constipation of body and mind. And it's very strengthening for the legs and the hips, and you should feel yourself getting warm. And finishing up. All right, so you enjoyed that. Bring that one home. So we're going to work on our Sūryaya Namaskaram now, and just guide into it step by step, and we're going to work with hip flexors in particular. So you have problems in that part of your body today. Inhale, arms coming up, sides, through that radiance of the sun at the heart. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, bringing your right foot back, just adjusting your front foot so it's in the right spot and finding your lunge. Your hands can be on the floor, they can be on blocks, on a chair, or a bench. Exhale, bend the back knee. Inhale, extend, and perhaps look forward and really press into that back foot. Exhale, step forward, forward bend. Gonna go right away into the other side. Inhale, step foot back. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, forward. Just keep this going. Just warming up the hips a bit more. Inhale, bring the foot back. So bend the knee. Front knee can come forward. Inhale. Exhale. And when you're ready, inhale, coming up through that radiance around you. Exhale. Om Sūryaya Namah. Add on some arm movement to the lunge. So you can either do this or not. And again, for those lunges, you can do warrior one. As from here, you can step back and do a warrior one instead. Okay? All right, so just keep that in mind. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, left back, and if you can, add on the arms. Exhale, forward bend. Right away, bring that right foot back. Inhale. Exhale. Just keep that going. Now, some of you, if you want to stay here a little bit longer, you could stay in the lower position. Just stay here for a few breaths. Keep it moving. Just going to give this as an alternative to really work on that back hip flexor psoas. Before you switch sides, your choice. So just play with this in your own way for a bit until I bring you back. I'm going to the other side. So you just stay here. Maybe you can step forward and go to the other side, or you can come down. Release that back foot perhaps, and then inhale, really go into it, stay here, or release as you exhale. And then getting ready, whatever you're doing, coming back to your forward bend. Uttanasana, inhale, full Tadasana. Exhale. Om Sūryaya Namah. Breathe, adding on downward facing dog. Inhale, arms coming up through the radians. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, left leg back, arms up or not. You can leave the hands on the chair, that's definitely easier. Exhale, downward facing dog. Staying here, inhale, look up, press the hands down. Exhale, bend the knees, look back. Just do that a number of times. You can do this with the hands on the floor or on blocks, bench chair like I'm showing. It's a great way to get the upper back, neck, and shoulders mobilizing. I like to bend the knees as I exhale to extend through the lower back. Inhale, left, forward, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Let's go right into the other side. Inhale, right back, arms up or not. Exhale, forward bend and downward facing dog. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, stretching back. Doing this in your own timing. And finishing up. Right foot forward. Arms coming up. Forward bend. Inhale up. Om Sūryaya Namah. Adding on. Upward facing dog. If that doesn't work for you, just keep the neck and shoulder movement that we did in the down dog. Do that instead as your up dog. When we add chaturanga, push down, push up, you can do the same. Just do that neck movement in downward facing dog. Hands at the heart, feel the sun shining out of the heart, feel the rays all directions. Bring the hands down. Inhale, sweeping through that radiance all around you. Create a big circle. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, left back. Arms up. Exhale, downward facing dog. And from here, we're going to go up and down. So I've got my hands flat here to find my plank. And finding upward facing dog. I'm just going to leave my feet here, make it easier, but to get more stretch, I'm going to bend the knees so I can extend into my lower back more. So it depends on the shape of your body. My torso is pretty long, so that's what works for me. If you have longer legs, you'll get more of a leg stretch as you do this as well. You won't need to bend the knees as much. Try to stretch the back, neck, shoulders when you do that exhale. Inhale through your plank, pressing down and up away from the chair. And try not to flip it. And exhale back. Probably should bring my hands a little bit further forward so that doesn't happen. Hands on your bench. This is one of my favorite ways to get into the upper back. When you're in this up dog, press away from the chair. You can also hold the sides of the chair. That might be easier if you have wrist issues to hold the sides like this. So I often do it this way when I have pain in my wrists. Just do it this way. It gets rid of all that tension. And just one more time. And bringing your left foot forward, right back, up. Exhale forward then, and then we're going to do the other side right away. And I'm just going to adjust my mat here for this. It's in the right place. All right, so hopefully you've got your right foot back now. Exhale, downward facing dog if you're not already there. And then finding your hand spot. Inhale through your plank. Just find that position, the wrists, shoulders, lift away, up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just keep that going. Upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Looking neck and shoulders a lot here, as well as lower back. Last time. Inhale, right foot forward, left back, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, Samastiti. Okay, before we move into our chaturanga, this is where I always remember I should take my watch off because it's a little hard on the wrist. We're just going to do the wall push-ups, and you can do these instead of this, if you like, just for this round. You can just do some of these if adding this at the chair or on the floor is too much. Exhale here. Inhale. And make it harder if you go further away. This is strengthening those triceps. And the hands can be at different heights. You can turn the hands out. Example like that. So you can just see which works better for your arms. The hands can be higher, that's easier. Works the muscles a little differently. Just notice which one you like. Just warming all that up before we we do it on the floor, the chair, the blocks that we're using prop-wise or not. And just finishing up. Okay, so there we go, adding on chaturanga. So yeah, those are surprisingly challenging even for those of you who are quite fit and young. You might find that those work quite well. Most ladies have trouble with that pose. Inhale, the arms coming up. The guys, it's much easier for them. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, left back. We're going to just do one full round now on the left. So I'm not going to go back and forth anymore. Inhale. I like to come to plank as a preparation, but the classical is an up dog here, if you want to do that. Exhale, moving to your chaturanga. You need to put your head on the wall for a little bit of support. Inhale, lifting through in your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, I'm bending my knees to get more length. Inhale, left, forward, right back, arms up. Or you can skip those arms. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward bend. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, starting position. Other side. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the belly in as you exhale. Inhale, right back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank or upward facing dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Switch those wrists. Upward facing dog. So down dog. So the wrists bother you, hold the sides of the chair. That might help. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale. Inhale. Om Sūryaya Namah. I'm going to add the Reagh mantra. So just a reminder. So each position we're going to go into, it's going to be Om, Ram, Hrim, Hrum, Hraim, Hraum, Hraha. I'll remind you for each one, so don't worry. And eventually you'll get them. This is 6 seed syllable mantras for the sun. So we're going to do one round left and right at least. We'll see how our time goes. We'll end and finish with Sūryaya Namah. Sūryaya is the sun. Namaha, Namaskaram, Namaste as I bow to that. I honor that. I connect with that. I give myself over to that. In this case, we're sinking into the light of our being, our essential nature, light. Inhale, arms up. Om Ram. In the position. Om Ram. Exhale forward. Next one. Om Hrim. Om Hring. Left back. Arms up. Om. Hrum. Om. Hrum. Inhale. Step back. Om. Hrain. Hrain. Om. Hrain. Inhale. Om. Hraun. Om. Hraun. Om. Hraha. Om. Hraha. Just stay there, or you can inhale, go back to your plank, do it again. Om Hram, the beginning. Om Hram. Om Hrim. Om Hrim. Om Hrum. Om Hrum. Left. Om Hrain. Om Hrain. Om Hraun. Om Hraun. Om Hraha. Om Hraha. Om Sūryaya Namah. Same thing on the right. Now, Om Hram. Om Hram. Om Hrim. Om Hrim. Right. Om Hrum. Om Hrum. Om Hrain. Om Hrain. Om Hraun. Om Hraun. Om Hraha. Om Hraha. Om Hram. Om Hram. Om Hrim. Om Hrim. Om Hrum. Om Hrum. Right. Om Hrain. Om Hrain. Om Hraun. Om Hraun. Om Hraha. Om Hraha. Om So, and today you can take a rest for a few minutes on your back or sit in meditation. I'm just going to chant for you the Sūryaya mantra. Take my little cushion, or there it is. Just get comfortable. Just be here for a couple of minutes. Before I dive into it, I'm just going to do all 6 as a review. Practice these using the video later to get them into your practice. Just keep practicing during the break. Om, Hram, Hrim, Hrum, Hraim, Hraum, Hra-ha. Om, Hram, Hrim, Hrum, Hraim, Hraum, Hra-ha. Om, Hram, Hrim, Hrum, Hraim, Hraum, Hra-ha. There's 12 of these for doing Surya Namaskaram 12 times, and each one of these lines you can do in each of the positions with the Bija mantras you just experienced. Om Hram Utyanadya Mitra Maha. Om Hrim Arohanut Tarandivam. Om Hrum Hrudrogam Mama Surya. Om Hraim Harimananjanashaya. Om Hraum Shuke Shume Harimanam. Om Hra-ha Ropanaka Sudajmasi. Om Hram Ato Paridraveshume. Om Hrim Harimananidajmasi. Om Hrum Udagadayamadityaha. Om Hraim Vishvena Sahasasaha. Om Hram Vishantam Mamarandayane. Om Hra-ha Mo Ahandvishatoratam. Om Hram Hrim Hrum Hraim Hraum Hra-ha. Om Sūryaya Namah. Sūryaya Namah. Sūryaya Namah. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Namaste. Namaskaram.